When someone disappears, the first thing investigators look at isn't a weapon. It's a phone, because in the hours before someone vanishes, they usually text someone. And sometimes, those messages feel completely normal, until you read them knowing what happened next. Tonight we're looking at real final text messages sent before disappearances that still haunt investigators, not because they're dramatic, but because they aren't. Gabby Petito, no service in Yosemite. In August 2021, Gabby Petito was traveling cross-country with Brian Laundrie. On August 30th, her family received a text from her phone. There's no service in Yosemite. The problem? Gabby and Brian had been in Wyoming, near Grand Teton National Park, not Yosemite. And Gabby rarely called her grandfather by his first name. That text did. Investigators later believe the message may not have been written by Gabby at all. It was short, casual, forgettable. But in hindsight, it reads like a digital misdirection, a subtle attempt to buy time. The psychology here is chilling. When someone tries to fake normalcy, they often oversimplify. They send something bland, something practical, because panic hides best behind routine. Gabby was reported missing soon after. Her body was later found in Wyoming, and that small, simple message became one of the most analyzed texts in recent history. In 2014, 2 Dutch students hiking in Panama disappeared during what should have been a short trail walk. Their phones were recovered weeks later. There were no dramatic goodbye texts, no final confession. Instead, investigators found a pattern. Repeated emergency calls to 112 and 911. Brief attempts, no connection, over days. Then, nothing. The phone was turned on briefly, multiple times, as if someone was checking for signal without wasting battery. No outgoing messages, no clear explanation. The absence of a final text is what unsettles people, because we expect someone in danger to reach out. But in survival situations, cognitive load spikes. The brain narrows. It prioritizes immediate action over communication. Sometimes silence doesn't mean nothing happened, it means everything did. In 2007, 3-year-old Madeleine McCann disappeared from a holiday apartment in Portugal. While no final text came from Madeleine, investigators examined SMS activity among adults that night. Phone pings, call records, deleted messages. Digital footprints became part of the reconstruction. Text timing mattered, because in disappearance cases, small communication gaps can shift an entire timeline. And when investigators can't reconcile when someone texted versus when they claimed to act, suspicion grows. In modern investigations, text metadata isn't background noise, it's forensic evidence. In 2017, 19-year-old Kenneka Jenkins attended a hotel party in Chicago. She later disappeared inside the hotel. Her final messages to friends were brief. "I'm in the hallway, I'm finna go to sleep." Surveillance later showed her wandering alone through empty corridors. The simplicity of those texts made the case explode online, because they sounded normal. People expect final messages to be dramatic. Instead, they're often mundane. The brain seeks patterns. When tragedy follows routine words, it creates cognitive dissonance. We want warning signs, but often there are none. Kenneka was later found in a walk-in freezer inside the hotel, and those short messages became permanent timestamps of confusion. Case 5, Missy Bevers, the quiet before the crime. In 2016, fitness instructor Missy Bevers was preparing to lead an early morning class at a Texas church. She exchanged routine texts the night before, normal scheduling, logistics, nothing alarming. Hours later, she was killed inside the church. Surveillance footage showed a person dressed in tactical gear roaming the building before her arrival. Her text didn't hint at danger. That's what unsettles people, because we imagine that victims sense something, that they leave clues. But most final messages don't contain prophecy. They contain grocery lists, sleepy good nights, location updates. The mind struggles with that randomness. Why final texts fascinate us? We are obsessed with last messages because they feel like portals. We read them hoping to find a hidden meaning, a missed signal, a sentence that could have changed everything. But in most real cases, the final text is painfully ordinary. And that's the real horror. Because it means disappearance doesn't always announce itself. It interrupts, quietly, mid-conversation. So the next time your phone buzzes late at night and someone says, "Be right back," you might pause. Because sometimes the last message isn't dramatic, it's unfinished. What's the strangest case you've seen online?